Wow. Wow. It looks fake. It looks like it's not real. Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's cold outside, the snow's falling, there's not a whole lot of outdoor stuff that we could do. So I thought I'd make another one of our reacting to some of the craziest. We made one about chicken coops. This time it's gonna be greenhouses. So I compiled a list of 10 greenhouses plus a bonus one, and I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna show you just how magnificent some greenhouses are. We currently don't have a greenhouse, but we really want one. So this would be something that we're gonna use for inspiration and just for fun, because some of these are absolutely ridiculous. So we're gonna jump into the screen here and let's take a look at some of the craziest, most ridiculous, awesome greenhouses that I was able to find. So the first one here, this one's pretty basic, but it's nice, right? You got the what looks like cedar boards here, the polycarbonate plastic on the outside, maybe like a 8x10 greenhouse. So pretty standard. It's nicely made, obviously. It looks really good. I'd be very, very happy with this greenhouse, but it's, nothing too crazy, too over the top. If I were to get this greenhouse, I'd be very, very happy. So I might use this as an inspiration to build. Next one. This style here, if you are in the homesteading space at all, watching videos, you probably have heard Justin Rhodes. This is the style I think that they have at their homestead, and it's the Gambrel type roof. It's like the most common like small shed structure style, and then you just put the transparent plastic, the corrugated plastic on there, so you're able to get that greenhouse. Again, very nicely built. It looks like it was put together by a professional, but not over the top. So very accessible to most people. But this would probably be, if we're gonna build a greenhouse, I would say this one or the previous one would probably be on par with what we're gonna go for, because some of these ones coming up are just mind-blowing. Okay, so this one here, oh, look at that view. That is a nice view overlooking that. Is that a river and a little runoff there? Anyways, here's the actual greenhouse. So very similar to the last one, the Gambrel style, and the whole thing is wrapped in the the corrugated plastic to allow even more sun to come in. I'm sure, depending on where this is, with all of that open space, I'm sure that heats up really well. I'd be curious to know though, because it's so much of that plastic, how insulated it stays in the winter, if they get cold winters wherever they are. I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical that they do, because this looks super pretty. I'm kind of obsessed with this view and just the landscape of this. But the greenhouse is nice too. So this one is a little bit larger than the last one that we just looked at, but overall, still in the very approachable level of greenhouse build, I would say. This one now. Now I feel like we're stepping up a little bit, because the architecture of this one is a little bit higher standard, I would say. Just similar, that's nice. I'm assuming it's cedar. It looks like a nice red cedar wood. I could be wrong, but it looks like there's plastic on the roof, some sort of polycarbonate on the roof, and then it looks like glass around the outside here. Again, very well built. It's got some distinct features. These like little arches here are really nice. The vent that pops up on the roof here, but it's also still transparent, so they're not losing any sunlight. And yeah, and just a nice little courtyard area here. Smaller, but depending on what your needs are, you might not need a big greenhouse. So, and then yeah, like I said, the glass, which really is nice. That makes it kind of stand out and makes it just a little bit notch above, I would say, the other two. And it's probably price tag wise above the other two as well. 5 here. Hello, ma'am. Sorry you're in my video. But this greenhouse is super nice. I mean, this is clearly a step above, just like make wise, I would say, and quality wise. It looks like it was definitely done from a professional. It looks like metal framing with the whole thing being wrapped in some sort of glass material. Big big panels here on the roof, which is really interesting. This one's really nice. If I had to rate it out of 10, this would be like a 9.5, because you can't give it anything a 10, even though some of the ones coming up, they borderline a 10. But this one is just, looks really solid, looks really nice. Good on them. If you're this lady and you're watching this video, good job. Ah. Ooh, I like how this one's like tucked away kind of in the trees here. I wonder if it actually gets much sun though, because it looks pretty shaded. I don't know, we'll see. Same style, same like metal framing, glass all around. I like the brick on the ground here, so that looks really nice. You can see it's actually, I don't know, you might not be able to see, but I can see that it's got a lot of humidity in there. So it's actually heated up, which is good. So it's doing its job. So it's definitely getting warm enough despite being in the shade. Smaller, but well built. So good job, people. You're doing great. Now I think we're taking another step above here, because look at the stone on this. Just look at the stone, look at the curve of that glass. That's impressive. The detail in the doorway here and these other little like stained glass areas, like that's impressive. That's really impressive. I would not be able to build this for sure. This must have come in like a kit, I'm guessing, because there's no way that they just like were able to piece these, unless it's plastic. It could be plastic. It could be a really, interesting. You know, that I'm saying all this, I'm assuming all the super transparent pieces in all these past greenhouses are glass, but I don't actually know that. So I'd be curious if this is glass or plastic of some sort. But this stonework in this garden area here and the stained glass, bravo. Just bravo. You're doing great work. Whoever you are, you're a beautiful architect. So keep it up. Let's see, we got a few more, 3 more and a bonus one. That's absolutely ridiculous. Stick with me here. All right. Well, this picture's not going well, but oh well. You get the gist of it. Again, a nice, sturdy, it's clean. This one, if I had to describe it in one word, it's clean. It's got a little heater here as well, which is super nice. So if you're in a super cold climate, you can bring in some sort of heat. Yeah, it just is like, you know, if this greenhouse had an action, it would be refreshing, right? It looks like almost maybe a little too cookie cutter. And the more I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, this is super clean, super sterile. That's kind of the word that comes to mind. But this one's a nice one. I think I kind of like the wood accents better though. If I'm being just selfish, I think I would rather have these like white pieces here be like either wood or some of that stone, some of that brick. But I would love to have this. I mean, who wouldn't, right? If you wouldn't love to have this, let me know in the comments. I think you're crazy, but I respect your opinion. All right, 2 more before the crazy one. Now this one, this is nice. This checks a lot of boxes for me. The brick down there, the glass. I like the darker tones in the metal. It's kind of like a dark green with some black accents in the middle. It's got the vents up here. Cement flooring, that would be big. That's huge. That's a huge added luxury to have in a greenhouse. And you know that I'm looking at this closer, it looks like cold frames here. So you get the greenhouse, but there's cold frames attached to it, which is super cool. That's a nice little like add-on bonus there. High five for you. This one. Now this is like, I feel like this is stepping up towards like university, like colleges might have like some sort of greenhouse or like a professional business of some sort that studies ecology and plants and botany and all those other fun words. This is like a definitely, I would be shocked if this is just in a person's backyard. Either it's some sort of place where they study plants or they grow plants as a business, or it's a very, very, very wealthy person. Maybe Jeff Bezos is into gardening, who knows? Before Amazon, he was a gardener. Everything, right? The brick here, these like nice white metal framing, all like even just different dimensions to it, right? The middle section here is kind of protrudes out, gives it a little bit more, some character, a little bit more kind of eye-catchiness to it. It's huge, right? This is huge. This has got to be at least 50 feet long this way, and then probably 10, 15 feet. It's hard to tell kind of, but it's probably at least 500, 600 square feet inside of here. So it's nice to look at it for the rest of us, right? All right, so we got through 10 of kind of building up. So some really nice ones, some very nice ones, but like more practical, more accessible to the rest of us. The last one here, this, I'm not sure what it is, but I just have to show you it because it caught my eye and made me stop the scrolling when I was going through all these pictures, but it looks like it could be part of a Disney theme park. And it's called Federal Gardens. Federal Gardens is what it's called. Wow. Wow. It looks fake. It looks like it's not real. So like take the greenhouse, right? That's its own thing. But look at these like lawn and like who trims these bushes? Who does that? They must get paid a lot of money to do that. This is definitely some sort of like either research facility, some sort of zoo maybe, some sort of tourist area. There is definitely some sort of profits being made with this because it is over the top as far as greenhouse goes. I wonder how long this took to build. It's probably multi-million dollars to build, just based off of all, like, it's all curved. There's a ton, I mean, this has got to be 20,000 square feet maybe. It looks huge and super tall too. It looks like it's sectioned off into different areas. I wonder if they have animals in there too. Yeah, this is the last one. This one is wild. This one is crazy. This one is the most ridiculous greenhouse that I was able to find. Let me know. Do you like these greenhouses? Which one would you choose, 1 through 10, or maybe 11, the secret one, the bonus one? Let me know which one you would want. And if you have a greenhouse, let me know which one yours looks like. We don't have a greenhouse. It's one of the things that we would love to do eventually, but not quite yet. Until then, I'm just gonna dream about some of these. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.